meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Ryan Capagna. I'm the operations manager for Carrier Rental Systems Louisiana division. You must be Caroline.
Yes, yes.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you. I know we spoke on the phone earlier,
Yeah.
so glad to finally see you in person. Welcome to our company. The position that you've applied for is Human Resources Director. That would be over the Southeast region. Essentially what you'll be doing in this role is you'll be in charge of human resources. You'll also be in charge of payroll, and you'll be directing weekly meetings for our division. So let's go ahead and get this interview started. Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am from this area. I'm from Baton Rouge, and I graduated from LSU in 2010. And after I graduated from LSU, when I went to LSU, I graduated in business management. And after that, I worked at a hospital downtown for about 5 years. And I worked as a manager of one of the divisions within the hospital. And then after that, I worked at a corporation out of Florida for about 3 years, and then I decided to come back to Louisiana, and so I'm back here.
Well, we're glad to have you back. I also graduated from LSU, so it's nice to have some Tiger alumni.
Yes.
Why are you interested in working for our company?
So I know a lot about your company, and I know that y'all are really about empowering your employees and developing their skills and assets, and have them. You allow your employees to have the capability of getting promotions, and I've heard the work environment is very good at your company too. So that is why I'm applying.
Well, you've heard right. We take great pride in what we're able to give back to our employees. You know, they provide a lot for us, and we like to return the favor through means other than just a paycheck. So I'm glad to hear that that's the general consensus for people that don't work here as well. So what would you describe as your ideal work environment?
I would say that I like to work with other people. I think it's good to work together and to be able to discuss things and build off of each other's ideas. I also I do like time to get my own work done by myself too. But I would say a little bit of both.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your past work experience and how you could apply that to this role?
Well, like I said, I used to work for a hospital and I was a manager there. And I think having that position, I learned how to communicate with others, how to problem solve, and how to do things in an efficient manner. And I really think that those are the important skills to bring to a management position, and I would be able to apply these here at your company.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, your manager position, was that in the HR department or was that in another department?
It was in the HR department
Oh, okay.
of the hospital, yes.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry, let me just take a few notes here. Keyboard died for a second there. So what is your preferred approach to effective time management?
Well, I would say my effective approach would be to set a hard deadline. And then when I have competing deadlines, I think it's important to get out my calendar and set deadlines for all of them, and then make sure I meet my goals. And I think that's how you best manage your time, is you set your deadlines and you meet them. And you do that by staying organized and being efficient.
Very nice, very nice. How have you adapted to new or unfamiliar technology in past job roles?
Well, at my last job, we tried to stay up with technology by having yearly informational meetings and learning about new technology as it within these yearly meetings. And so I think going to these meetings and then using these new programs every year as they're updated, I've learned a lot about technology and the different programs to use, which ones are the best. And so I think I'm pretty well versed in technology.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, we just recently started coming out of the dark ages here, so we're finally getting, you know, phones, smartphones and tablets and such,
good. Good to hear.
you know, we've gotten some online training for some of our employees as far as safety and ethics and things like that. So really trying to focus more on the technology aspect going forward.
Good.
So it's glad to hear that you have some experience with that.
Yes.
Can you describe a past experience where you worked with somebody that you didn't particularly get along with?
Yes. Well, I think we all have worked with someone who can be a little difficult. And in the past, I did work with someone that we did not always see eye to eye on things. So I made the decision to pull them aside and to communicate directly with them in order to solve our issues because we were on the same team and we had to meet our yearly goals. We were going to be working together all the time. So I decided it was important to discuss the issues and get past them so we can move forward. And I think that's the best approach, is communicate directly to the other person, because when you're in a work environment with other people, you have to be able to work with a lot of different types of personalities.
That's very true. Very true. We take communication pretty seriously here. You know, everybody's always talking to each other and emailing back and forth. But
Good.
Can you describe a difficult situation you had to overcome at work in the past?
Yes. Well, one of the projects that I had to work on, it was a 1-year project. It was very time consuming, more time than it originally was planned to be. And the deadlines were hard to meet because of all the other projects that we had for that year. So I would say that was the most difficult issue that I had to overcome, is dealing with this project and the client who was difficult to deal with. And in the end, it ended up being very successful and we achieved our goal and the client was satisfied with the results.
That's very good. Very good. Just a couple more questions here for me. What are your career goals?
I would say my career goals, I really see myself being the head HR of a company within 5 years or 10 years.
Okay.
So I think that that's really where I see myself. It's always been a goal of mine, and like working the head of a department, I learned so much and I had so many skills that I improved in that position. And I think I can bring those here to your company and even working over a bigger management team.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very good. It's very nice. Yeah, we have right now our head HR person is getting dangerously close to retirement. So you may be looking out for that soon. But that's very good. Big goals. Big goals. The last question for me is, why should we hire you?
I think that you should hire me because I have the experience and I have the communication skills and I'm very hardworking. If there is a project, I will make sure that it gets done. And I'm not afraid to ask questions when I don't understand something. Because I think it's important to be able to ask questions so you can improve in the future and learn. And I also am open to feedback to improve in the future.
Alright, very nice. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, how would you personally describe your work environment at the company?
Well, at our specific division, especially, we like to take kind of a laid back approach. We're not so uptight around here. You know, we have our technicians that are out in the field, and you'll see them from time to time, but for the most part, it'll be me and our sales representatives and our secretary and coordinator. But I mean, we're all friends here. You know, we're like a family. We have barbecues and crawfish boils and stuff like that. We're always talking. Very friendly environment, laid back. But at the same time, we like to keep things professional and organized. So I would say that for me, at least, this is my ideal work environment. I love it here. I've been here for almost 20 years now, and there's honestly not another depot or company, for that matter, that I could work for.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah. Well, anything else? Any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. It was very nice to meet
Nice
you.
meeting you too. Thank you so much.
Of course. We'll be in touch with you within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So be on the lookout.
I will. I look forward to hearing from you.
All right. Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Have a good day.
You too.